Hi, and welcome back to Retro Room, and today we're going to be talking about Ethyl Eichelberger. So, Ethyl Eichelberger, born James Roy Eichelberger on July 17th of 1945, was an American drag performer, playwright, and actor who became an influential figure in experimental theater and writing. He also performed nearly 40 plays and became more widely known as a commercial actor in the 1980s. In a New York Times article from 1990 by Mel Glissow titled Ethyl Eichelberger, Performer, 45, Creator of Gallery of Characters, it says, Mr. Eichelberger was born to Amish parents and was named James Roy. He grew up in Pekin, Illinois after studying theater at Knox College in Glassburg, Illinois. He attended the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York. For 7 years, he acted with the Trinity Square Repertory Company in Providence, Rhode Island, under the direction of Adrian Hall. On Eichelberger's Wikipedia page, it says after his stint at the Trinity Repertory Company, he then returned to New York, changed his name to Ethyl, and became a member of Charles Liddum's Ridiculous Theater Company, acting and designing wigs at Ridiculous Theater Company. Eichelberger met actor Black-Eyed Susan, who became a close friend. In 1987, he wrote his play St. Joan for Black-Eyed Susan, following the death of Charles Lundum. He often performed solo works in free verse based on the lives of the grand dames of history, including Jocasta, Medea, Lola Montez, Nefertiti, Clytemnestra, and Carlotta, Empress of Mexico. I wanted to play the great roles, but who would cast me as Medea, he mused late in life in his Extreme Exposure anthology of solo performance texts from the 20th century. His 1984 play Lear distilled Shakespeare's King Lear into 3 characters, all played by Eichelberger. Such works are rarely revived, as they require a solo performer capable of accompanying himself on the accordion, eating fire, turning cartwheels, and doing splits and other acrobatic feats. He became more widely known as a commercial actor in the 1980s, appearing in The Flying Karamazov Brothers on Broadway in Shakespeare's The Comedy of Errors, and with Sting in the Threepenny Opera. He also appeared as a cast member of the HBO variety series Encyclopedia. Eichelberger was diagnosed with AIDS and was unable to tolerate the available medications. He committed suicide by cutting his wrists in his Staten Island home, according to friends and the city medical examiner's office. Only after his suicide did it become widely known that he was ill. Going back to the New York Times article, some of what it says is, Eichelberger, a flamboyant presence of the New York theatrical scene for the last 15 years as an actor, performance artist, clown, and playwright, died over the weekend at his home on Staten Island. Black-Eyed Susan, an actress who was frequent leading lady in his plays, said that he had AIDS and had committed suicide by cutting his wrists. He was 45 years old. His body was discovered on Sunday morning by Lola Pashalinsky, an actress, and Linda Chapman, a director. Mr. Eichelberger performed both male and female roles with equal panache, and more than 30 plays of his own creation. He portrayed a gallery of characters that included Casanova, Medusa, and Abraham and Mary Todd Lincoln. He described himself as a storyteller who specialized in classics, but classics never were the same once Mr. Eichelberger offered his interpretation. He reinvented Medea, mixed the royal family with Corneille's Nicomedes, and in Dilbert Dingle Dong adapted Molière's George Dandin. His last produced work, Das Vidania Mama, was a variation on Chekhov. For Black-Eyed Susan, he wrote versions of St. Joan and Hamlet, retitled Hamlet, spelled Hamlette, to accommodate a woman in the title role. Coming to New York, he worked with Charles Lundum and the Ridiculous Theatrical Company, perfecting his flair for comedy and his craftsmanship as a wig maker. In 1975, he legally changed his first name. As his reputation grew, he began making forays into the mainstream theater, doubling as the courtesan and the abbess in the Flying Karamazov Brothers production of The Comedy of Errors at Lincoln Center. He plays himself in Oliver Stone's next movie, The Doors, about Jim Morrison. Ethyl Eichelberger can also be viewed in many videos recorded by Nelson Sullivan as uploaded by the YouTube channel 5 9th Avenue Project, including Ethyl Eichelberger, Minnie the Maid, Ethyl Eichelberger prepares for her show at the Pyramid Club, Ethyl Eichelberger, The Miserable World Song, and Ethyl Eichelberger as Clytemnestra at Snafu. That's pretty much all I have for you today. I will leave the links to the articles below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please consider subscribing to Retro Room by clicking the kitty, and I will see you guys again for my next upload.